Hello, I found this dataset online that I think shows pivot wider and pivot longer very well. Here's what the dataset looks like. You can see that the years are the column names, and this type is what the column name should be. So let's try to pivot longer and pivot wider this data. I loaded in tidyr for the dplyr, tidyr functions. So let me load this data frame into R, see what it looks like. So we can see that the column names didn't come in correctly, so I fixed those real quick. And let me just take a look at it one more time. Yep, you can see that they are what this should be now. You gotta also get rid of this first row. You can see that this first row here is what the column name should be. And we can just filter it out and just say 1990 doesn't equal 1990. And yeah, that gets rid of it. Assign it back to data frame. So we can do pivot longer now. So let's see, pivot longer names to say year. Say values to, and we just call it values value. See, it looks like calls must select at least one column. Oh yeah, you have to put the column names that you want to put. So you got to put 1990 all the way to 2019. And let's just try that again. Okay, so you see we made the year variable, and then all the values got stored in value. So we can assign that back to data frame. Okay, so now we can pivot wider. So I'm gonna have to group by type, then make a row variable that counts the number of rows. Then we can pivot wider. And then I can say names from, I can say type, I can say names, I can say values from value. Let me see what that looks like. Yes. Now we can see that everything's in tidy form. Some other things you can notice is we don't really need this row variable. We can get rid of it. So I can do dplyr select. Just put a minus sign for, and they just get rid of any columns you don't want. We can also see that these column names are not ideal. What we want like a underscore under each of them. So we can do janitor clean names, and that'll fix the names for us. And we can also see that year is a character variable, and we want it to probably be numeric for graphing. So we can change that. Say year equals as dot numeric year, and see what that looks like. So it looks good. So you can see that the names all have underscores underneath. You can use rename if you want to rename any of them to make them shorter, but dataset looks all good to me. Oh, we see total vehicle sales, lease, new vehicles, leases. We're getting some NA values for some of these. Let's see why that's happening. These vehicles, these vehicles. Huh. So if I look at the data set that we got from Excel. And we added notes, which is probably messing it up. So actually, I can probably just get, yeah, you can get rid of those, do an na.omit, and we get the 30 rows, 30 columns. And let's see, we can make a comparison real quick. For year, I'm just gonna go to 1990. You need to have 52,000. Yep. 5904 554. Yep. So this is all. So this is correct. So we just reassign this back to data frame, and we're good. Thank you for watching. And if you want to try this out yourself, I'll leave a link in the description to where I found this data set online.